Turns out the truth seekers have spoken, so now we see what's next. Cue the music. Hey, this is UFO Report number 92. I am Manny Moonraker, and you're here with me today, Friday, kind of late. It didn't happen on Wednesday because I put out a survey in UBR Truth Seekers. And again, if you guys are not into Facebook, I apologize, but that's where I put the survey. And I had a couple of questions. What do you guys want to kind of hear the rest of 2018? Do you want like 2 30-minute episodes? Do you want less cuss words? Do you want more cuss words? Do you want more rubber dicking, less rubber dicking? It really was up to you guys. Oh, also interviews, yeah. Now the interview thing, I just threw it in there because it's kind of difficult to schedule interviews because people's lives are all over the place. They really are. And a lot of times they don't mesh. And a lot of times the Moonraker doesn't have a admin or a secretary to help him schedule this stuff, so it becomes kind of complicated. So basically what we're going to do here is that we are going to go with what the pollsters came up with. And what the poll says is that there should be 2 30-minute shows for 2018. No fucks given. So taking the opinions of those that answered the poll, starting next week, we will do 2 30-minute shows. But I'm going to warn you ahead of time. It is possible that one or both of those shows may end up being live. Which some of you think it's a good thing because you'll be able to call in and talk to shit. Maybe, bring in some of your own opinions and just talk about some madness. The other thing is that the show will be full of errors and bloopers. At the 30 minutes, it's kind of difficult to go back and try to clean the stuff up because I do fuck up and I fuck up a lot. Believe it or not. And I will leave those in there because at the very least, you'll still get the UFO info, but you'll also get some comedy relief. You'll be spending the rest of the week laughing at Manny until the next episode because you can't believe I said that shit. I have no problems with that. I'm good. This might help me become just a tad bit more professional. See, I just screwed up right there, and I'm going to leave it in there because no fucks are given. But that's the kind of stuff that happens. So, listen, bada bing, bada boom, we're going to have 2 30-minute shows starting next week. I haven't picked the days yet, but we'll see how it works out. I'm thinking right now, off the top of my head, it'll be like either Monday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday. And then if we can get some people to come in here and talk shit with us, maybe that'll be an extra episode on the weekend. But before I get started, as usual, if you want to follow the podcast, if you want to feel like you're part of the family, if you want to hold the Moonraker and like he's a baby, and you want to maybe throw me over your shoulder, burp me a little, and change my diaper, well, that's great. But I don't think we can. But I can offer this. You can follow me on Instagram at Manny Moonraker. On Facebook, the page is UFO Buster Radio and Manny Moonraker. And on Twitter at UFO Buster Radio. So that's what I had to get out of the way. I needed to let you guys know that because now it's time for the article because we're going to talk about this freaking Tic-Tac Pentagon nonsense that just will not go away. And yet we have little to no evidence about anything that was kind of thrown at us a few weeks ago. And we just continue to get more rubber dicking and the plot thickens. Now let me just go back real quick because last week I had an episode where it was an article talking about Nick Pope. Nick Pope, people were saying that he is part of the disinformation campaign when it comes to ufology. He's a smooth operator. He is a undercover rubber dicker. I might have to coin that phrase. That sounded pretty good. But what's happening now is that we have an article, and you've seen already the title of this episode, and you know what it's about. And the one person that comes up and says to the naysayers to chill the fuck out because you're doing the wrong thing. It's Nick Pope, former MOD madman when it comes to ufology. The title of the article, which was posted by no other than Express UK, and for those of you haters out there who, see, I just fucked up again. For those of you haters out there who really hate the Express UK, this one's for you. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to ram it up your candy ass. The title for this is U.S. Government Has Crystal Clear Pics of UFO Chased by Military Claims, Former Insider. And I want to stop that. And you guys, the link will be in the description, so you guys can check it out when you want to. Because I kind of went to this article, and the whole crystal clear picture thing really doesn't come out in the article. I don't know what the hell the Express UK was smoking. Or maybe it was me. Maybe I just got a bad batch of rum or something. Anyway, so the subline to this is the U.S. government is keeping crystal clear images of real UFOs chased by military pilots from public view. It was sensationally claimed today. Now, it sounds like a good article, you know. You could probably sink your teeth into this and say, wow, it's not going to be a Tic-Tac. Yeah, maybe it looks like a flying tampon. I don't know. But the problem is that there's no goddamn pictures. There's no clear pictures. This is something that someone made up in this article just to screw around with you to get some clicks. I hate to say this, but I'm going to be honest. Now, the real meat of this article has to do with the Advanced Aerial Threat Identification Program, which I've, lovingly call AATIP for the rubber dickers. Which, again, let's have a flashback here because this goddamn program ran for 5 years. You see what I mean? This is the stuff you guys are going to be getting because I'm not going to edit this. I'm just screw it. So basically, it was running for 5 years from 2007 to 2020. I'm sorry. I got to laugh at myself. And so basically, the Express UK revealed that in a radio podcast, what the hell is a radio podcast? How the hell does that happen? That in a podcast show, known as the Big Picture Science Skeptic Check. Could you have any more fucking names? Which was produced by no one other than the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute, known to the rest of the rubber dicking science community as SETI. Apparently, these geeks got together and they had a panel of experts. What are the experts on? I don't know. It doesn't say it in the article. These experts looked at the shocking radar video footage and they came to a consensus. They put all their brains together and decided that basically what the infrared video was of this so-called Tic-Tac was really infrared heat coming from plane engines which were misidentified by U.S. Navy pilots. I'm going to take a break just a second, just so that you can take that in. Just take it in. Just take it. And if you're a pilot, if you were a Navy pilot, you're probably, stomping up and down. You just kicked your TV in. You're banging stuff all over the place. You're mad as hell. And you're not going to take it anymore. I'm with you on that. How can these Poindexters sit around in a panel where we really don't even know what the fuck their expertise is and gonna say that these Navy pilots did not see a Tic-Tac or a tampon flying around? They saw exhaust from an engine. Now, mind you, that the description of this thing prior to that infrared video was it was going, 50,000 feet, dipping down into the water. It swam for a little bit like a gray whale and came right back up again to, thousands of feet in the air. Did those rubber dickers forget that explanation? Did they just omit that altogether? How do you do that? This is why SETI doesn't fucking work. Here's your example. SETI is a joke. And now we have a panel of jokes. But again, maybe that's just me. I kind of take the extreme on stuff like this because it really does. It it screws me up in the head. It really does. It just, oh jeez. It's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't think many of you like it either. I think when you get a bunch of Poindexters like this who sit around and look at a video, and it doesn't seem like they had any of the witnesses come in and talk to them because they're freaking one-sided. It's all about the scientific method. Now, what did you use scientifically to compare what you saw in the video, especially when the freaking thing just like kind of slows down and just, it does like a little 360 move. How many fucking planes do you know do that? Now, I'm not saying that this AATIP video of the Tic-Tac tampon is the real deal. What I'm saying is that there's no way that these Poindexters are going to figure that out just by looking at this and not taking into account everything else that happened. So, of course, the Express UK blames the US on this because the article says it is the US-based SETI Institute that got together some Poindexters and just screwed the pooch on this one because they believe that ET is not on planet Earth. They would never come here. They chill out somewhere in the Gamma Quadrant somewhere, just rubber dicking people over there, but they'd never make it here. Because if they did, then who the fuck would need SETI, right? But Nick Pope came to the rescue. Nick Pope said this, and this is a quote coming from the article, and he says a whole lot of other shit in here. You just have to read it. There's a couple of times where Nick Pope had me the fuck confused, and I felt like he was giving no fucks to anybody in this article because he was flipping around like crazy. I don't know. So he says this: while I agree that the videos themselves don't prove anything, I think the criticism of them is based on misunderstanding. He basically calls SETI a bunch of stupid idiots. What many people don't seem to appreciate is that these videos haven't been illegally leaked. They've been declassified and legitimately placed into the public domain. Quote unquote, Elizondo, who went in and lied as to why he wanted it, I guess that makes it legitimate. I don't know. Nick, you're a crazy fucker, you. And then he continues to say that self-evidently, therefore, there's nothing in them that the U.S. government, military, or intelligence community regards as particularly sensitive. No shit. It just looks like a giant white penis. I mean, come on. This, duh. You can find that in some catalog somewhere. And he continues, the real issue relates not to the grainy imagery that has been released to the world, quote unquote, of the white penis, but to the classified analysis that will have been undertaken by intelligence staff. The detailed results of these analyses, perhaps including enhanced crystal clear images of what the pilots encountered, haven't yet been made public and may never see the light of day. So basically, Nicky went ahead and he rubber-dicked everyone on that one. And the thing is that the article pretty much is saying that there is crystal clear images. Nick Pope is just talking shit. He's just giving us what his experience came basically through the MOD, right? He knows what the MOD would have done. They would have done A, B, and C. So he figures, those fucking Americans, yeah, they probably did the same shit. There's a bunch of pictures everywhere. Everything's crystal clear. It's not a penis. It's not a tampon. And it's not a Tic-Tac. It might be from 4.2 far, or somebody really fucked this one up. In any case, what we have is nothing. We continue with a story that gives us absolutely zero. Now you got SETI, who doesn't do shit besides listening to outer space, and they want to put their 2 cents in and say that this is exhaust from an airplane. They basically said that the U.S. military, our Navy pilots, are no better than the rubber dickers in South America who identified the same fucking thing in their video. Did they have the same equipment? Is that what you rubber dickers are saying? I'm sorry. I'm not one to say that the U.S. government is the best trained military force in the world. I don't want to start that conversation because there are many reasons why I could say yes, but there's no way that these guys described what they did even before that video image And some rubber digger Poindexter is going to say that they didn't know what the fuck they were looking at. There could have been some confusion, right? Maybe there was something that maybe they saw E.T. right before they went up. Maybe they were looking at alien movies. But that doesn't mean that these pilots were so screwed up in analyzing what they were looking at that they screwed the pooch on this one. I'm sorry, SETI. You need to have more evidence than that. Nick, thank you for rubber dicking us as well, playing both sides of the fence and kind of giving the Express UK their nice little title to their article, having me thinking that there was fucking clear pictures. So no, there are no clear pictures, no Tic-Tac, no tampon, no penis. You guys will have to find your excitement somewhere else. It's not going to happen through this story just yet. That's the episode for today. Hey, look at that. I mean, it's going to be like 17, 18 minutes. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready for what happens next week. And like I said, we'll do some live ones so you guys can call in and harass the old Moonraker. Maybe we'll get Big O to come in too and shoot the shit once in a while. He's a busy guy, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind coming in and talking craziness. So again, episode 92, we're wrapping it up. Next week, longer episodes. I'll see you when I see ya. Sayonara.